Though it be tiny, have the updates made this game mighty? Well, today we're going to find out as we return to Tiny House Sim here on Simulated Mind. Last time we played, we basically overhauled several different tiny homes. We also tried out our first auction. Now, let's catch up though since then on what's been completed. So they've improved NPC AI, cars should avoid players, great, 360 camera for vehicles, add threshold for roof painting and object carrying, reorder quest UI, fix item purchase limitation with right click, add achievements, fixing font related bugs, fix wheel bug. So a lot of fixes, which is great. And they're currently working on sound effects for cars and improving those, improve and polish demolish indicator, add perk system, guardrail system, several fixes in here, add more cars, add the bar, a festival area. So it sounds like this is going to be very much a life sim. And when it first released and I experienced the map and rode around, I thought, man, I feel like they're going to do more than just have us build homes here. And it does seem like it thus far. So that's really cool. Oh, they're going to add in a photo mode as well. Very, very neat. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game when I started playing it when it first released. I thought there was something truly interesting about it. Like, yes, it's a house renovator game. We've had several to an extent, but one is focused in on tiny homes, which at least is a little bit more niched and a little more, specific to what you're interacting with. But it does add on a new level of challenge and a new way of thinking because you have to think in a very compartmentalized way. So I really like that aspect of it. They have a great map. They have some really good music. It's a very chill, interesting experience. So I'm looking forward to diving into it. Now, as you can see, my original save, it looks like they erased it all during early access. I mean, it's still early access, but during some of the early access updates. So we'll be starting a new game and seeing how things go. Good old Uncle Harry. Almost said Henry. Good old Uncle Harry. I swear the number of Uncle Henrys and Harrys and whatever's that we run across and grandpas and stuff in these sim games. Hey kiddo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Guess what? I left you my car. It's all yours. Take it for a spin. So, yep, we still start at the airport. Now listen up. I'll send you the location of my shop. Head over there and we'll talk more. Car rescue, I like that. Get out of the car. Back camera. Nice. That way you can see the house, because you do haul homes, by the way. That's the other unique thing, is that you haul the tiny homes back to where they need to be after you're done working on them, which is really neat. So yeah, just looking at the map here, you can see the carnival area here. Music changes too. That's neat. Have a Ferris wheel, bumper cars. So it'll be interesting to see how they include that into this gameplay. I'm trying to remember, is this where trailer shop? Oh, okay, so this is for the trailers. I couldn't remember if this was the auction house or not, but then I just remember the auction house is actually much closer to the shop. Yeah, the map is very vibrant, very lively, which I really like. It's like the focus is on the homes, but it feels like there are going to be other things in here to add on some additional value and just get you kind of lost in what you're doing and what the overall experience is. I like that a lot. You could buy new vehicles there. There we go, and here's the shop. This is just the beginning. Welcome to Tiny House Simulator. We're thrilled to have you explore this evolving world alongside us. In early access, you'll experience a vibrant open world, discover unique locations, tackle exciting quests, and experiment with evolving features. They also do have a Discord if you ever want to jump in. The link to the Steam page is in the description of this video, but on their Steam page, you'll find a link to their Discord. Press the tab to navigate between menus. Excellent. So we have Ava and Daniel, tiny house upgrades needed. Then we have auction invitation. Time to show off your skills, build your dream tiny house, and then join our big auction. So you can sell tiny homes, you can also purchase them and then redesign them and flip them, basically, from what I remember. Let's get this email here. Hey, tiny house wizards, Daniel and I are ready to turn our tiny house into a little slice of paradise. So we are told what they're looking for. Sometimes they'll want certain items sold, other items purchased. Sometimes they'll want a wall demolished, one be built, painting, things like that. So this is the list of items that they want us to sell. That's our quest. 0 of 21. I will say that, like, I like the information, but I feel like the HUD is a little too large. Like, elements of the HUD are just a little too large. So if it glows yellow, we sell it. If it glows, it goes, you know? Oh, boy. Yep, tiny house. Change mode R? Alright, tab. So let's see here. Okay, they do want us to sell the paintings on the wall. Stuff in the bathroom. Or no, did we get everything? No, we got all that's kitchen stuff. Okay, that's right. So then, yep, just the paintings on the wall. Oh, so that is all set. Then painting needs to happen. Cover up some of this wallpaper here. Wallpaper isn't terrible, though. I've seen worse. These are all the items to buy. This shows what's done. And if you get 3 stars, then you know you've done everything. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and do paint, though. Tab. I was curious on the perks tab here. Okay, so bargains, building, demolition, auction, painting, surface tiling, driving, and fitness. I can't say I remember any perks tab when I first started playing, so this might be newer, which is cool. Increase paint in spray gun. Increase tiling in carried, or I guess what's being carried. The speed to which you drive. Run faster, not slowing down while carrying objects, increased stamina duration. So a lot of different quality of life additions. More emails, okay. Shop, interior, and then the building itself. We're not going to buy anything just yet. We'll buy paint. That's what we need. Let's see, entertainment, lights, storage, bathroom, beds, appliances. I'm trying to remember where I would get paint at. I actually don't remember anymore. It's been a bit. Surface finishes. There we go. Paint bucket. Now the thing is I guess, does it automatically still pick the paint for us? It says customize, but I'm assuming they want what's here. Because it doesn't actually tell us, I don't believe, right? Oh, okay, we just click on it and there we go. And it just gives it to us, okay. Well, that works. And they want white. Well, good thing I didn't go with the brown. Yeah, I like how you can change the spray. That's really nice. They had that before, but I had kind of forgotten about it, and it's like, oh yeah, that is nice. I know they've done a lot of quality of life when it comes to decorating and, you know, things like painting and building, you know, like walls and stuff, and then tiling that wall. Because it was easy to accidentally target something past what you're trying to target. And so you'd accidentally tile that or paint a little bit of something in the distance on a wall or something. And it seems like they've made that harder to do now, which is nice. And that's what you want to see too. You don't want to see just big additions or big changes. You also want to see some of the smaller ones too, because now's the time to put that quality of life into the game. That's what early access is all about. It's about getting, you know, what you can in there. You're going to have large updates spread out amongst many smaller updates. And those smaller updates are going to help with quality of life, overall enjoyment, balancing things and the like. Sometimes working even on just localization, which is also very important. I think there are people out there that kind of take that for granted, but that is also very much a job in game development, is localization. Handling all the different languages and trying to translate that properly. And some indie devs get very, very lucky in having a volunteer staff that jump in because they're also players that really enjoy the game and want to help, which is nice. But not everyone is so lucky. And it's still a very, very tough job. Because sometimes phrases and words just don't translate properly. And so you have to think of it like, okay, well, what would be the best alternative? And sometimes there could be multiple choices. All right, look at that. I'll paint up, and it doesn't actually seem to be white. It's actually more of like a lavender on the wall. All right. Well, what do we want to do? Might just... Oh, yeah, we can rotate now. I don't think that was a thing before. Yeah, I really don't think it was. Oh, that's very cool. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure it was just this, and I had mentioned it in a few videos, like, oh, it'd be cool if you could rotate so you could do like just like a strip of paint across or something as a design motif, or, you know, have some variety. So that's cool. All right, awesome. So we have all this stuff to purchase. Let's go with the big stuff first. Let's get the kitchen stuff squared away. There you go. And it does seem to have some snapping. Yeah, that's nice. I know snapping is big for a lot of people. Really does help, honestly. That way you don't have to keep eyeballing it for an hour and a half going, is that straight? I don't really know. And then, okay, kitchen cabinet again here. Where? I have weird positioning. I don't know if we have much of an option though. Is this like a corner piece? Oh, it is. It's a corner piece. So actually, let's adjust this a little bit. There. 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 So that doesn't actually open anything. Or like there's no drawer there. That's just like counter space. So we can stick that there. And we should be pretty good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm so not used to thinking tiny. Like, I've been in tiny apartments, don't get me wrong, but this is still quite small. I lived in a studio at one point when I was in Boston. So, like, I understand tiny. But, yeah, this definitely wins the award for pretty darn small. Well, we'll put that there for now, until we start getting a better layout of things. Buy that. There we go. A rug. Huh. Oh, there we go. There's the sweet spot. Here's the TV. So yeah, I think this will work because we can put the TV right here. As long as you don't open the door, you know, then you're fine. Aha, there we go. Though I'm not sure how you're supposed to open that door because there's no door handle. I'm going to assume it's just one of those things that you push and then it releases and comes out. See, I'm making up my own reality here. Okay, what else do we want to do? Ah, that's right, we do have more kitchen stuff. Perfect. Get these mounted shelving units up. How many do they want? One more. Okay. Yeah, in tiny homes, you really just have to build up. In tiny spaces in general, which, I mean, that's the whole reason for IKEA. You know what I'm gonna do? This should work. I mean, it's going to work no matter what I do. I don't have to worry about opening it, you know? I don't have to live here. But I think technically this would work because of how the doors open. Because they lift from bottom to top. That should work. Oh, that is... What is that? Is that supposed to be a trash can? What is that? Talking about tiny. I don't... I'm very hit and miss on having someone else buy my stuff. I mean, luckily, it's like they've created the list anyway. We just purchase it. But, like, having someone actually come in and go, no, I'm going to design this. And I will pick out all the stuff that goes with it. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe I could. Like, I'm not a super control freak by any means, but it's just, it is a weird feeling of being like, yeah, I'm going to interact with this. I'm paying for it, and yeah, I'm letting someone else just go, this is where we're going with it, you know? Kitchen cabinet. Okay. That opens up that way. I wish we could have it more centered with the sink, but that's not going to work. But we put that there. Okay, they do want one more. Dog bowl. Yes. +1 for the doggo. Buy your cool cooler today. Oh, it's so tiny. As one would expect, you know. It is neat, though, to try to figure this out. Like, I like the challenge of going, if I were to design this, and if we thought about actual usage, how could we make this work, you know? Other people will just be like, well, it's a game, just, you know, throw stuff in there, call it a day. Because technically you could do that, but that takes away a lot of the fun of the game. Like, I could just dump everything on the floor, call it a day, you know? But that's not really the point. Am I buying too many? I think 4 was actually what they were looking for. So I think we're okay. I had that fear. I'm like, oh, I'm still going. That's a problem. Yeah, as the TV's here, that's the best spot for a window. Sure, I don't know what we're putting in there, but receipts, I have no idea. There we go. I was like, I feel like that's off. I don't feel like that's right. Pop that there. I do like the fact that you don't have to dig through the store. This is what they want, great. Now, you do have to dig through the store whenever you are designing your own, or if someone ever gives you carte blanche on what you can do, but yeah, I like that they, oh, okay, that's a table. I'm trying to figure that out. I like that they give you that, you know, quick, easy access. Interesting choice that that's orange, but, you know, hey, not my place. They pay me to put it in. They don't pay me to discuss it with them. So how... Forgot how you... menu tab. Oh, we have a perk point. Fantastic. Actually, we almost have a perk point for painting. Fitness. Not slowing down while carrying objects. Increased stamina duration. I don't really find myself running. Like, the house is small enough anyway. I don't see why that's a thing. But potentially we'll discover it later on. But sure. Let's go with that. Yeah, a little more painting and we can do one of these. So how do we do the menu? Ah, right click. That's right. We want to sell the paint. Boom. Cool. And we are done. Love it. So then it is Shift, Enter. Yes. All right, so now at this point, it is time to drop this beauty off. Oh, that's an interesting door. Actually, the outside just looks quite interesting. Quite different from the inside, but, you know, hey, whatever. Head towards the trailer village marked on your map, okay? And by the way, some of these tiny homes, you don't just renovate, but you can turn into other facilities. Like, I remember there was a client who wanted a tiny house for a gym. They had a bathroom, but other than that, everything else was a gym. And, you know, you'll get a lot of different things. There was one that was a doggy spa that I thought was really interesting. There we go. So now we can see it in all of its glory. Let's see here. Ultimate Library and Secret Craft Haven. Tiny House Gym. Yeah, here we go. Tiny House Gym Transformation. Cozy Reading Loft and Doggy Spa, just like I was mentioning. Alright, let's do the Library and Craft Haven. Yeah, and the shape of the tiny homes are different too. There are many different shapes that you could come across, which then of course change how you interact with them. So I really like that. I think that's really neat. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on in and see what they want. Concussion, pain, agony. First, we have to sell. We have to sell soda. Okay, fantastic. A weird spider statue thing. Closet, toilet, which, yeah, don't blame me on wanting to sell that. Wine. Oh, that's a shame. I will take it. You don't even have to sell it. I'll just take it home. So, a few random things here. Where are those bottles? Man, a Switch? A Wii? A Nintendo? Man, flashbacks. Wait, where's the toilet? Oh, you randomly have the toilet up there because of course you would. I'm just not going to ask any questions. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that's different. So, when you go up and down the ladder... Is it inverse? No, I guess not. Well, I guess I'm so used to, like, you go up and down based on where you're looking, but with this, it's not. It's just W is up, S is down. I don't know why this is all up here, but this is weird. Oh, good. Everything in one spot. Handy. Any illegal paraphernalia I should be worried about here? Okay, selling is done. Ooh, perk point. What do we have? Driving. Top speed is increased. That is dangerous. That's not a good idea. Vehicle accelerates. None of these are good ideas for me. None. If you want that home coming to you in one piece and not tinier, these are bad. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm going to hold off. For my safety and the safety of the homes, I'm going to hold off. Okay, now that we're up here. All the items to buy. The paint, which it is weird that painting is also covering that of like flooring. They should be separate, but I guess in early access, just for what they're working with right now, they just kind of clumped it together, which, you know, it's a little confusing initially, but it makes sense based on the systems, like what you're working with here. It's like it works for now. I would say they would probably want to separate those categories just to avoid confusion. Nice. Wunderbar. Time to put in all the fun stuff. Which is the front, which is the back? I'm gonna assume that's the front. And if I'm wrong, well, they can move it themselves. You don't like it, you take care of it. Also like the variety of items that you'll come across. Like easels and sewing machines and all that. Like, I think that's just really neat. I know my partner would love to have just an all crafts room. She has an office, but it's kind of split up between the crafts that she does, because she does crocheting and knitting and stuff. She also does painting, lots of painting. And then she does game dev work. And so she has her computer with everything set up on there and does all of her programming and stuff. But I'm sure she would just love just a single room for just nothing but creative stuff. I think it would be cool too. I used to do a lot of drawing and tried to do other things like sculpting and painting and all that. Never really quite found anything that really grabbed me, per se. But I have thought about getting back into painting and trying to play around and just seeing if I can find a medium that works for me. I thought about like graffiti art and stuff. I thought that would be neat. So trying to play around with spray paints and canvases and how you can manipulate the canvas with the spray paint and stuff like that. You just want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. You have your masks. You have not only your spray paint, but also, of course, cleaners and all that. Probably one of the big issues with spray paint, though, is that it does easily clog up. Spray paint and, what is the other one? Airbrushing. I actually used to, when I was in college, I actually opened up a tattoo parlor, funny enough. But I used to run a tattoo parlor with a buddy of mine. I went to college and went for business, communications, and theater, and he just went into business, and we joined forces, and he was the artist, and I helped with the business end, doing marketing and stuff, and trying to figure out different ways of helping the community out. Like, we did a whole $5 tattoo thing, which is pretty unheard of, but basically all the proceeds went to the Susan G. Komen Foundation and to other, eventually it became other organizations too, because people were like, well, I don't know anyone with breast cancer, but I know someone who had colon cancer. So what we were doing was we were doing the little ribbons. And so, you know, we do like the yellow ribbon, the blue ribbon, the pink ribbon. And eventually we just kept giving money back to charities. We're just like, we're just going to eat the cost and do something positive. And I think it was important for us to do that too, because our high school was very close to where the shop was. And so we wanted to try to be a positive influence or a positive showcase of like, look what you can do if you set your mind to it, kind of thing. Okay, so this section's all done. Perfect. Here's an... They probably don't need flooring here, do they? Because we could probably sell that flooring. I don't know where I put it, though. Where did I put it? I was like trying to put it here. Oh, I put it out there. That's right. But yeah, we opened up a tattoo parlor, and one of the things that my business partner also did was he did airbrushing. And so we would also go to different events and stuff and do airbrushing to help promote the tattoo parlor and all the things that we can provide. And man, the number of times that our airbrush gun kept clogging, it was so infuriating. And of course, the better the setup that you have, the better of an experience you're going to have. But even then, they still just really do get clogged up so easily. And they can spatter and then ruin what you're working on. Oh, that's the worst. You've spent so much time into one shirt or something, and then suddenly it's just, nope, ruined. Feels bad, man. You know, and surprisingly, I actually don't have a lot of tattoos. I have a tattoo on my back, which is a bird falling from the clouds and the sun beaming through the clouds with a Hamlet quote, which is, "There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow." I've always loved that quote, especially when I first read it when I was in theater in college. I just thought there was something so, in a way, sort of eye-opening about that, where you're facing, you yourself could be facing the worst situation, but you decide to take it head on because you know it's going to make things potentially better, if not for yourself, for others down the road. Like, that's a pretty hefty sacrifice, but very, I think, in a way, a very noble sacrifice. So I've always appreciated that. You know, something bad can happen, but from it can be something good. Oh, and I'm stuck. Da-da-da. Yeah, I've been wanting more tattoos. It just has not happened yet. It's the mixture of having that trust in someone to go, yes, I want you to put needles to my skin. Plus, I don't really care for needles. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of them, but I definitely don't like them. Okay, we are done. But also, it's saving up the money and trying to figure out how much it would all cost anyway. But I do have several ideas. So one of these days... Actually, I was in Michigan, though, a few years back. Because I actually... The TV show I did for... Funny enough, so the TV show I did in Japan that I filmed, they did some filming in the US as well and did it in Michigan. And so I was like, wow, that's wild. Because some of the story actually is supposed to happen in Michigan, actually, because it's based on a real-life person that lived in Michigan for a while, had left Japan, moved to Michigan, had some health issues, and couldn't get their stuff renewed, and so they had to be sent back to Japan and stay with family and get helped out by family. And the family member, his brother, they didn't get along. So it's this whole like personal drama separately between the of the brothers, and then between the brothers as well. Very, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and can we just leave it? Are we good? Detach. There we go. So far, I'm not noticing a lot of changes per se in the jobs that come up. Everything still feels pretty smooth, pretty solid. There could be changes I just haven't noticed, though, just because it's been a bit. Gym transformation. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah, I remember this, because I remember liking the wallpaper to an extent, though it being a bit hard on the eyes. I also remember doing extra work that I didn't need to do in this. And then having to repair what I did. That was fun. Yep, the good old days. Can go, that can go, that can go. Yeah, honestly, I never thought about using a tiny home as sort of an expansion to a house. In a way, like using it for like a gym space or something like that. Like, oh, that's interesting, actually. I know that trailers are typically used for schools to expand, so it's like, okay, yeah, just take that theory, but now what we're doing is we're sort of adding on some additional stipulations and reasonings, but like, yeah, okay, that's cool. There we go, now we're trapped in here. That is one thing I don't really like. You remove the windows, you remove doors, and you are just stuck. I mean, you can break down walls and stuff, but... see here. What can we tear down? Demolish. Yep, so everything with an X we can demolish. And it's things like this where it can get a little tricky, and if you're not where you need to be, you could accidentally destroy something you shouldn't, for example. So you don't want to go too fast. Just like in real life, really. You know, I've seen this in other games, but I think it would be nice to have a perk where... And maybe there is a perk and I just didn't know. Maybe I just don't know it because I'm, still learning the perk tree here. But if you could destroy more stuff all at once, or paint more all at once... That way it just makes this process go faster. Without having you have to actually go fast and thus making mistakes, you know? Go. We got a floater. Yeah, there are a few other building and renovating games I definitely want to check out. And we may just do that on the channel, see what happens. But if you have any recommendations, if you have some favorites, please let me know in the comments. I would definitely love to check them out. All right, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Luckily, we turned the gravity off, so we're all set. Yeah, there was one space we actually did where it was a music room. And I guess they did, like, performance, practice, teaching as well. And then there was a bathroom that you could add on to or something like that. And I think, like, a little sleeping area. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a neat idea. Okay, building... we're building in there, but nothing out here. Okay. Hoping this is a front door. We just apply it there. And now we can get out. Haha. Victory is mine. We need to get to the bathroom, though. Bought that, bought that. What the heck are these? Oh, they're windows. Oh, okay. More windows. There's stuff to sell, we just can't get to it. I'm just curious if they want me to knock that section of wall down, or... What is this? Oh, this is a door as well. Okay. Oh, but that's awkward, though. Zero privacy there. But I guess if it's just you... That's... Oh, that's such a weird choice. Then again, if this isn't a bathroom anymore, then okay, fine. We'll see. Okay, everything is sold that needs to be sold. Oh, that's right. And these little bits, I think this is really cool. So these are bits for wall climbing, or for rock climbing. They're like, oh, that's neat. I've never seen that in a game before. It's something you could just kind of add on and design yourself, too. Okay, so we have all the doors now that we need. What do they want built? Hold on. So they want here to there, and then there we go, and then up. Boom! Look at that. Look at us go. Oh, a lot of things here. Okay. Yep, but this is still a bathroom. Okay. I'm gonna assume that's a shower. Well, at least you get privacy in the shower. Definitely not on the toilet, though. Or, even better, you put the toilet right here under the... You could multitask. Sounds like a terrible idea. Oh, do they want a door here with privacy, actually? But they wanted this door to be used as well somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, that's better. I'm less concerned. Oh, good. Okay, yeah, they wanted one of these doors. Here, let's put you there. Let's... Nope. That. So this can go somewhere. I guess there for now. Oh, this isn't awkward at all. I've created a monster. How? There we go. Ah, much better. Okay. But then there goes all the privacy once again. Are you kidding me? Put a wall, then just put a window there. That honestly seems like the most sane option. It's so weird. Right. There we go. You know, that seems low for sure, but then again, look how short this is, so... We'll just assume that this character's freakishly tall, which in real life I am, so there you have it. I really don't know what's what here. Like, it's tough because they still have, like... I don't want to say, like... Fill in visual assets. Oh, I don't know. Is that the wall, maybe? No, that's flooring. Oh, okay. I hope this is where it's supposed to be. Yeah, like, I have no idea what I'm putting down here, which is an issue, and I hope they can put in more details for folks. So I'm just like, I don't know. Is this flooring? Is this for the wall? And where would I put this? Is this some sort of tile, but it just looks weird? Like, what? No idea. %. Oh, okay. See, am I supposed to do the full floor? have no idea. This is probably completely wrong. Yep, now I'm concerned. Boy. Because nothing was... That was for the wall. Well, then why can I put it on the floor? Son of... See, that's what I don't understand. Is that I was in the bathroom, and it was telling me I need to buy that. So I was like, okay, then we'll do that. And for some reason, I couldn't put it on the wall, but I could put it on the floor. And I'm like, why can I do that? And evidently... Oh, no. Okay, so it was for this. I am so confused, because this was all lit up. See, I'm getting, like, mixed signals from the game here. What the heck? Okay, well... Why do I need it there? Again, mixed signals. The bathroom. Okay, so that needs to go there. Okay, and this is going on the ceiling. So we have that random strip, and then this. There we go. 96, what am I missing? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we're probably going to have to remove this window and put it somewhere super awkward. Yep, right there. There we go. Free show for everyone. Okay, and then... I see I'm not seeing yellow, though, which is concerning. Oh, but we completed it. Okay. No, I want to use E-R-E. No, I don't know. Nope, not builder. There we go. No, I want that. And I have no idea what I'm doing with that. Okay. So yeah, basically we would put these all around inside here. And then we still have these three options here to mess with as well. So, but that is a gist of the Tiny House Simulator gameplay. Let me know your thoughts. I know I kind of goofed this up a little bit because it just got confusing on where it wanted certain things, and they're showing different things here than what you actually get once you purchase it. The asset versus the image is different, and so that's always been something in the game. And I was hoping that they would finally update that bit, but it doesn't look like they've gotten to it yet. They're probably just bigger, more important things to take care of anyway. But overall, I do like the game. I like the gameplay. I like the loop thus far, and I would love to see what they add on concerning the environment, the world, and what can keep us playing, you know? But feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to hanging out with you in the next one.